Hi, welcome to Nomis Academy. In this video, we're going to consider the basic geometric theorems. Okay, in the previous video, I've explained some elementary theorems, which are sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degrees, while sum of angles in a right angle is 90 degrees, and then sum of angles at the points is 360 degrees. So let's continue from there. We're going to pick the first one in this video, which is vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, vertically opposite angles are equal. So what we need to do now is to identify the vertically opposite angles. When we have two inclined lines meeting at the points, this angle and this angle are equal, so they are called vertically opposite angles. A is equal to B. They are vertically opposite. And then we have the other side. You can call here C and D. C is equal to D. They are also vertically opposite angles, and they are equal. So let's pick the second one. Two corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. So here we'll learn how to identify the corresponding angles. When we have two lines that are parallel, to show that two lines are parallel, we indicate the arrowhead to show that these two lines are parallel. Then we draw a transversal line. Okay, this is a transversal line. Now, to identify the corresponding angle, just take a look at this angle and this angle. They look alike, okay, and they are facing the same direction. So we can call this angle corresponding angle. So let's call here A, and then here is B. So A is equal to B. They are corresponding angle. We can also identify this angle and this angle. You see, the angle is facing this way and facing this way. They are corresponding to each other and they are equal. So we call here C and D. C is equal to D. They are corresponding angles. Let's pick the next one. Number 3, we have alternate angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal. Okay, to identify an alternate angle, so let's draw the parallel line. So these two lines are parallel. We have a transversal line. Okay, take a look at this angle and this angle. We call here A and B. You can see this angle is facing this way and this is facing this way. They are opposite to each other. Okay, so these angles are called alternate angles and they are equal. So A is equal to B. You will notice that they form something like letter Z. Okay, like letter Z, this is facing this direction while this is facing this direction. So the two angles are said to be equal. We can also identify other alternate angles, this and this. Call here C, we call this D. So C is equal to D. See, the angle is facing this direction while this is facing this direction. So they are called alternate angles. Now let's pick a problem under that and solve. Okay. Example 1. Find the marked angle in or angles in the figure. So we have parallel lines, this and this, and then we have this angle to be 120 degrees, and here is A and this is B. So to solve this, to find the value of A and B, by inspection you can see that A is corresponding to 120 degrees and corresponding angles are equal. So we have A plus 120 degrees, which is equal to, okay, no, not, we are not adding it, they are equal. So we just write A is equal to 120 degrees and states corresponding angles. So they are equal. So we write A is equal to 120 degrees. Now to find B, A plus B are all, okay, A and B are on a straight line and they sum up to 180 degrees. So A plus B is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, now you state your reason. Angles, we can use this to symbolize angles on a straight line. Okay, now to find B, we know that A is 120. We write 120 degree plus B equal to 180 degrees. So to find B, B is equal to 180 degrees minus 120 degrees. So therefore, B is 60 degrees. So we have our A to be 120 and then our B to be 60 degrees. All right. So let's pick one more example under this. One more example. Example 2. Find the marked angles in the figure. Okay, we have this and this. Okay, so these two lines are parallel lines. This angle is 80 degrees. Okay, this angle is 120 degrees. So here we are asked to find x and y. All right, the question looks somehow intricate, but very easy to solve. Only thing we just need to do is to introduce another line, okay, at this point, and that line must be corresponding to the other two. Sorry, the line must be parallel to the other two lines. So we have a line this way. Okay, so this line must be parallel to the other two lines. Now, since this angle is 120, we can see that the angle is also alternate to this particular angle. So here is 120 degrees. Okay, and then if here is 120 degrees, we need to find this particular angle. And then that will help us to find the value of x and y. Okay, so let's call this angle A. So A plus 120 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Angles at a point. So A equal to 180 degrees minus 120 degrees. A is equal to 60 degrees. So this particular angle here, A is 60 degrees. So if here is 60 degrees, remember the sum of this angle and this angle is 180. So definitely this is 20 degrees. Okay, and then if here is 20 degrees, then the other side, the remaining side is going to be is going to be what? 160 degrees. So here is 160 degrees. So you can see at this point 160 plus 20 is 180 degree. 120 plus 60 is 180 degree. Angles at a point. So to find x and y, we can see to find x and y, we can now easily state that x is alternate to 20. X is equal to 20, which is what? Alternate angles. And then y is equal to, is alternate to 160. 160 degrees, also alternate angles. Alright, so that is the idea behind this. So you can now see that these theorems enable us to solve problems under geometry. Thank you for watching. See you next time. In the future videos to come, I'm still going to bring more theorems under geometry that will enable us to solve geometrical problems. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.